Steps are to score and fold on all the dotted lines. So using my ruler and my paper clip, I'm going to add a lot of a mark, fold that up, and burnish. Do that on all 4 pages on both sides. So you should have that. I'll do it on this one too, just to show you the shorter ones. Don't forget, slide the second and third layer. You want to cut this so these sides are about a 1/2 inch wide. Okay, so I folded everything this way, but I actually want only the back to be folded up. Number 3 should be folded the opposite way. I'm going to fold it that way. Now I have these little strips of paper on my desk that are scrap, so I'm going to fold that glue tab around there and add glue on one side. Oops, I'm doing the wrong one first. Let me go to 2, sorry. Let's go back to 2. So 1 is my background, 2 is my next layer. Grabbing the edge of the scrap paper, I'm going to add glue. Please do not get glue on my cutting mat. That's why I'm using the scrap paper here. Trying to get it on that edge there. And by flattening this, making sure these are stacked here, I'm going to flatten that and glue that right in there. So if I stand it up and fold this back in, it's tucked in there. Just like that. And now, while that's standing, I'll put this paper back here. Oops. And go ahead and glue this side, whoops, right here. So now that this side is glued, I'm going to open that up, and this part I already put glue on, and then I'm going to close that so I can burnish that and make sure the glue is attached and test it by pushing it the other way. So now when I stand it up, it looks like that. From the back you can see my mountains behind my trees. And now I'm going to add glue on this one, which I already did, so I'm just going to do that. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'll show you from the bottom view here. That's going to stick right there to the edge, like that. And then I'm going to glue there. So again, using my scrap paper from my desk, add some glue on that little piece that's sticking back. And again, I'm going to flatten this side, meaning close it, so that that closes onto that. Do it back the other way. Kind of tuck that in there. So I know my measurements are slightly off because it's not lining up perfectly, but that's okay. For this one, again, it's our practice piece. Now the last layer, again, this is my front with the frame. Again, I need to fold this back the opposite direction, like this. And again, with my scrap paper, I'm going to glue, this time the inside of that glue flap, right there. And flatten this onto it. Maybe I close that like that. So everything's flat. And then I'm going to add some glue here. And whoops, completely close that. So this whole thing is flat right now as I burnish. And now when it lifts, I should be able to fold it the opposite direction and burnish. And voila, my first practice shadow box. Now when you're done with this, you can go back to doing your own tracing paper and starting